Boys, welcome back to the Chain Crew podcast. Schmeegs, his name says Nate's new mom. We've got Claire's fave on the bottom right. We've got Carter's new dad, which is me, but that's like a decade now.
Yeah,
and then we have
forever.
our intern, Lucas, joining us.
How's it going? I'm excited.
Lucas.
I'm excited to talk some ball. I'm honored to be the first guest. Let's get it going.
So
Let's go.
the thing was, you weren't supposed to have any speaking lines yet, but that's okay.
Oh, my bad. I'll mute.
They sound great, though.
But regardless,
Oh, thank you.
the Chain Crew's back, gentlemen, and we just had an awesome divisional round. Well, you know, I'm not even going to say awesome. I was actually really sad all weekend, but we had a divisional round that happened, and some of us are happy, some of us are sad. I would say one of us is really sad. I was conflicted. Carter's got nothing to do with anything right now.
Yeah,
and
shut up.
was happy. So, boys,
Yeah.
how we doing?
I'm on cloud 9, baby.
I bet you are.
Yeah.
I
Well,
bet you are.
you
Malcolm
know,
Butler.
I am happy that 3 of my 4 picks are correct, and happy that the Packers are not in the playoffs. I rooted for the Bears. I'm sad the Bears lost. But I'm excited that we have a really good shot to see a quarterback win his first Super Bowl. 3 of the remaining 4 quarterbacks have not won one yet, so I'm excited to see hopefully a new guy win it this year. Yeah, you know, I was really excited because I hadn't thought about J.J. McCarthy for weeks until I watched a video yesterday, and these other guys were just shitting on him and blind ranking his stats to other players, and it's truly evident how
I
terrible
saw
he
that.
was.
I
And
saw that exact same
Yeah.
video, actually. Wow.
yeah, it makes me sad and reminds me of my pain. So
Yep.
I'm just gonna, you know, hopefully not think about it for months and months until something exciting happens. Hopefully in the off season. But we did extend Brian Flores today, so I can celebrate that a little bit.
There you go. You got an unstoppable force on not offense, and you got an unmovable object on defense. So
Yep,
impressive.
there you go. The Vikings.
JJ
life.
McCarthy's like if you put a Madden player at 0 everything in the superstar mode and you played on all Madden mode. That's what he is. Respectfully.
Wow. So I
Thanks.
gotta say, I must have known exactly when you saw that video because Carter texted me at some point. I'm riding the high of the Seahawks win, and Carter just texted me. He's like, "We should have re-signed Sam Darnold." I was like, "Whoa, what are you going
It hit
through,
me.
buddy?"
It hit me. I was like, man, dude, I kind of wish we had re-signed Sam Darnold. Like, why didn't we do that?
You definitely should have. You definitely should have.
Yes.
Take
I
him.
mean,
Yeah.
We'll
it
take
is
him.
what it is, you know. Maybe you guys will tank for Arch. You're on the march for Arch this next season.
You know, I have to say that it took Josh Allen 3 years to become really good. It took Sam Darnold 7. Like, it takes some quarterbacks a really long time. All right, I still have faith. I am probably one of the rare Vikings fans that still has some faith that JJ McCarthy could be good, but who knows? I mean, pain is all I have to say. Pain and questions.
Yeah. What I will say, to that point, JJ McCarthy could end up being good. I'll give you that. It's gonna take a lot
Yeah.
though. Like a
We'll
lot.
see.
Like it's
Yeah.
like the intro to Hercules where he gets really strong. It's gonna take probably a little bit of that.
It's gonna take a lot of training.
JJ,
and a lot of
he's
failures.
doing a
Sing some
musical
songs and
somewhere.
climb some mountains, and maybe
You just
he'll
called
come out
JJ
on the other side
McCarthy.
good.
You called JJ McCarthy a god, Dom. Thank you. That's so nice of you.
Yep,
Well,
the god
he's like
of
half god in
pain.
the movie. Let's not
That's
get ahead
true.
of ourselves.
That's true.
All right, I want
He's
to
like
ask.
Phil. He's
I
gonna be
wa-
helping the new QB out.
I hate that. I hate that so much. All right, we have 2 of you that are really excited because your teams are in the top 4 and your teams are in the divisional championships, whatever, blah, blah, blah. I want to hear about Lucas, who's a Bears fan who just had to watch his team barely lose at home to the Rams. Tell me
Yep.
how you are feeling here about the Bears at this time.
Yeah, so, okay. My mic's on. Okay, I'm allowed to speak, right? Right, Dom? Okay,
yeah.
I'm good.
Speaking lines.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Your 30 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, Dom could show the text right after the game. Like, I'm going through all 7 stages of grief. But shortly after, like, it was an earlier finish. It finished at around like 8:00. It was when the acceptance phase started settling in, and the optimism really started settling in. Like, it was heartbreaking, and every time I see the replay of the game, Like I work at a bar. Every time they replay the game all the time, and I'm like, why are we like doing this to ourselves? But it all it did, now looking back on it, was really, really get me stoked for next season. And
Oh, yeah.
like the game was like what I thought was really cool about the game from like an unbiased football watching perspective is like every part of the Bears was displayed in that game. Is like they're a team that hunts for explosives. They're a team that runs the ball up the middle very effectively, uses that power zone or that power running inside zone running scheme on the outside, but all of the flaws that people would point out throughout the entire course of the season were apparent in that game. Like Caleb was great that game, but there were moments where he was erratic. There were moments where receivers were dropping open balls. Colson Loveland's been a breakout, but then of course in this game, maybe it's the moment's a little too big for the rookie. He has a bunch of drops. The defense shows its bend but don't break kind of aspect that was really a big development towards the end of the season. But when it came down to that last play, or let me back up, that 4th and 4 throw will probably be the greatest throw one of the greatest throws I've ever seen a Bears quarterback make. And the fact that I said that 2 weeks in a row counts for something. And I know that's cope, that's whatever, but that's not something that's happened in this town for a very long time ever.
Yep.
So looking back on a big picture standpoint, I couldn't be happier with how the season went. If you would have told me week 1, after blowing a 4th quarter lead to JJ McCarthy at home on Sunday Night Football,
I forgot about that.
They'd be one play away or a couple plays away from being in the NFC Championship and beating the Rams, and I would have signed up for that. Like, and
yes,
probably like as much as I like am diehard, I think that next week would have been an execution for that Bears team against the Seahawks, because they so the outcome, obviously I want to see him play in the next game, but I'm really proud to be a Bears fan, and I'm really excited. The city has been more alive when it comes to their sports teams than I've ever seen it in my entire life. And one last thing, like on the last play, like people like to blame DJ Moore, blame Caleb, blame whatever. Like we saw the route, like it was bad. And people are like, why even run that play in the first place? But like I said in the beginning, this team was not a dink and dunk team. This was a team that was always going to hunt for explosives. They were going to live by them. They were going to die by them. And Caleb, 9 times out of 10, has made throws like that all season long. So, people questioning the play call, I'm all for it. That's what they've done all season. Like, I would have felt worse if they would have tried to do a bunch of short stuff, bunch of like dink and dunk stuff like they're not comfortable with, and they lose that way. So, yeah, you're risking it putting the ball in harm's way, but that's what they've been good at. So I'd rather them go out that way.
Great
Hell
take.
yeah. That throw at the end of that game, at the end of regulation, was genuinely one of the greatest plays I've ever seen in my life. Like, me and my buddy CJ were talking about it, and like me and him were hanging out with our buddy Bruce, rest in peace, GOAT. We saw the Minnesota Miracle together, and that was probably the craziest play I've seen since then. It would certainly be up there. I was freaking out. Caleb it was just a miracle play, like genuinely. It was an unbelievable throw. I think I saw that it went 52 air yards, and he literally spun around and 360 no-scoped that shit. It was unbelievable.
Yep.
I was doing all kinds of stuff for Caleb Williams there. In my LGBT QB, I was about to put on fake eyelashes and paint my nails for him if he won that game, dude. That shit was incredible.
I went straight to our group chat in one of our other fantasy leagues, and I was like, that was the Minneapolis Miracle, but in Chicago. I was like, I can't remember a play where it was just like, this shouldn't happen. Nothing's going to happen here. There's no way. I remember I think I was playing Fortnite, watching the game, and I was like, oh, okay, game's over. And then I was and I screamed. I just screamed. Were we playing? We were playing Overwatch, and I screamed.
You went nuts.
Oh, and Schmeeks didn't see it. That's right. Schmeeks and I were in a
cost us
party.
the game.
We were in a That's right. You need to tell this story then. That's right. Oh my
I thought it was
gosh.
over. But anyways, I don't need to tell the story because it doesn't have bearing. But yeah, it was. I think everyone who saw it screamed. It was
Yeah, I was
insane.
freaking out. I was
And, like-
I lost it.
I was jumping and up and down in my living room, freaking the fuck out. It like unless it's against your team or something, if you have like nothing to do with the game, when you see something like that, you're like you have to freak out as an NFL fan. Like
Yeah.
there's just you can't watch that and not be super excited.
Unless you're one of our
It's why
friends,
I love
Dom.
football so much, dude.
One of our friends, our first text that we received was, "That's offensive pass interference," and I'm like, "Yeah, that's
Me and
the
Lucas
reaction
were
that."
freaking out in the group chat, and then Michael was like, that's offensive pass interference. It's like,
I
come
actually felt like, I actually think that he got him open through sheer disbelief. I don't think that Rams defender believed he could put it that far back.
Yeah,
He's
I
like,
don't know,
"It's over.
He ran up
It's
for
over."
no reason. Yeah, I think it was sheer disbelief that got Komet open. I got
it's
two
crazy.
other things I want to say about the Bears that I think I really enjoy about the team. One thing I said early this season, that I thought Rashawn Johnson would be a breakout player. You actually commented on the video and corrected me and said it's going to be Monungai, and boy, were you right. I was kind of right that they would run a two-headed scheme. I know Ben Johnson likes that lightning and thunder. I think Swift looked really good this season, but Monungai has been fun. And then the other thing that really shocked me, not for nothing, because a lot of people talk about the Seahawks defense, but holy crap, this Rams offense is number one offense in the league. And you held Puka to 5 catches, 56 yards. I thought Brisker was like one of the greatest. He was playing a hell of a game for you guys.
His 2 best
There's
games of the
pieces
year.
there. Yeah. So I was really impressed defensively, not just especially your secondary. They were hitting and they were breaking up passes, and there was some sticky coverage on some really good receivers.
Yeah, the defense played out of its mind, 100%.
Fun fact, though, like the fact that the defense played like that and was still able to get the result. There were 3 different defensive linemen with a 0% pressure rate in that game. It was all like DBs and safeties coming off the edge. The only one with a pressure was Austin Booker. So, and Montez, but 3 different defensive linemen had the 0% pressure rate.
Dang.
Yeah.
Average
Gotta
Madden
fix that in
game.
the offseason.
Well, I
Yeah, and
appreciate your take, Lucas. I appreciate
And I
your
just
take.
have one last thing. I know, sorry for cutting
No,
you
you're
off,
fine, you're
but I
fine.
just wanted to like
Interns did.
reiterate this last point. Like when people talk about the QBs, either in the NFC or just the NFL in general, like Caleb's not the best. He's not he might not be the most accurate or have the best, like all the counting stats, best EPA, all this. But when he's on TV, he is must watch. He is probably the most exciting, whether it's positively or negatively, probably the most exciting quarterback in the entire league. There's probably a good argument for some other people, but that's who I'm going to say just from watching pretty much every single NFL game this year. That dude just is like, there's just the most insane play you've ever seen is just in his back pocket at all times, and you have no idea when it's going to happen.
Facts. Yeah, I mean, I'd say on a like a crazy play basis, he was probably number 1 this year. I mean, just because of all the mean, the playoff throws alone were unbelievable. But yeah. Speaking of another QB though, we did have the Broncos and the Bills play each other. And obviously last week, me and Schmeegs picked Josh Allen because we were Josh Allen believers. And
that was tough.
Unfortunately, it did not pay off. And the one thing I want to talk about this game, obviously we have the Bo Nix injury and everything, but the one thing I do want to talk about this game is going back to the Rams-Bears game, there was very similar no catches in each of those games. So I want to know everybody's thoughts on those. I myself am thinking when I see the Rams catch, if you're going to call that a catch, you got to call the other one a catch. Simple as that. That's truly all I have to say there. And I mean, there's tons of plays that people have posted all over Twitter and everything that it shows a player coming down with a catch when it's pretty similar to the Brandon Cooks interception play. But obviously I'm biased as a Josh Allen fan. I wanted him to go, so I wanted to hear everybody else's opinions on that play.
I'm gonna start out with the contrarian one. I think I'm inversely biased. I thought the Rams play was not a catch. And I think that should have been an interception for the Chicago Bears. I think the difference for me when I look at it, and this is a stupid difference, but it is a difference, is Devontae Adams caught it and kind of had security while both his feet were planted on the ground. He was shouldering his own weight, and then he went down. Cooks caught his diving and then turned it over. I don't know what that means, except that I think it makes it seem, because when they're reviewing Devontae Adams, they're like, well, his knee's down because he was kind of holding it when he was standing up. I don't know. To me, it felt too bang bang. And we're kind of looking at, like, when you slow it down, you're looking at frames. To me, that should have been an interception for the Bears. But I'm inversely biased. I wanted the Rams to lose.
Yeah, that's valid. That's valid. So you're saying you don't think it was a Bills catch?
I didn't. I thought that was a phenomenal play by the Broncos. And to be frank, I thought it was a catch. I didn't realize the defender had it till he was like 5 to 10 yards away running with it. So like
Yeah, it was
it
weird.
was so fast. It was so fast. It felt to me bang bang enough that I was like, that guy had the interception.
Yeah, that's valid. Carter?
Yeah, I was I don't know, the Rams, the Devontae Adams catch to me was really really close, but I thought that was a catch. Bills Broncos, I went back and forth multiple times because that the game was on the line. They call that a catch, the Bills kick a field goal, that game's over. Like that changed the whole
Yeah.
game. The Broncos won that game. If the refs
I mean, it
call that a
changes the
catch,
whole postseason, truthfully. I mean,
and
it's
it
huge.
keeps happening to the Bills. Like Josh Allen, has the QB sneak against the Chiefs, and they don't get it. They
That shit
changed
was
the
a
rule.
fucking first down to this day, by the way.
And then it's the overtime again against the Chiefs, and the Bills don't get the ball. Like so many things in the playoffs are going against the Bills that it's crazy. I think in this one,
Right.
it looked like a catch to me because it looked like Cooks had possession and kind of got to the ground, and I thought, okay, it looks like a catch. But then I thought, well, they say you're supposed to survive the ground, and I thought, I don't know if he really has enough possession to say that he catches it, he retains possession, he hits the ground. It looked like as he was getting to the ground that he didn't have complete control or possession. So when the defender came away with it, I was like, that could be an interception. It was so close to me. I went back and forth multiple times. I honestly didn't know what they were going to call. I feel like maybe it was a little bit like home field advantage bias for the Broncos. Maybe it was like the refs are like, we know that if we call this a catch, the game is over, and we don't want the game to end, so we're going to call it an interception. Like it was so strange because if you just watch that play for the first time, you're like, that's a catch, and then they stand up and the Broncos guy has the ball, and you're like, how did that happen? And then you rethink the whole thing and it changes it. That was so bizarre. It was such a strange play to watch. So I don't know if they made the wrong call. I feel like I can understand it being an interception, but that is so strange to me that I could see it going either way, which I don't like. I saw Joe Burrow tweeted. Joe Burrow hasn't tweeted in like 2 years, and he tweeted, he was like,
I saw that
if you guys knew the rule book, you would know that those calls were exactly correct. Like, that's exactly what they should have been. I was like, okay, dang, Joe. All right, I need to read the rule book then, because wasn't that clear to me?
The thing for me is, though, Joe Burrow tweets that, but then there's tons of other players who are like, yeah, I mean, clearly that's bullshit. Clearly that's a catch. There's former, coaches saying it. Like, it's so 50-50 all across everywhere right now.
Right.
And honestly, I'm not even sure if I'd say 50-50. I feel like if you were rooting against the Bills, you're going to be like, oh, that's an interception. Like, tons of Chiefs fans who don't like Josh Allen are going to be like, that's an interception. I feel like, to me, it's a catch. He catches it. His knee hits the ground. He rolls over, and then when he's rolled over, the ball gets taken from him. It just doesn't really make much sense to me. But I feel like a catch needs to be, more fairly. What am I trying to say here?
Defined?
It needs. Yeah, it's more defined essentially, because like I feel like those two plays happening back to back days and it's completely different results is just ridiculous.
Right.
Whether you agree
And
or disagree with
huge.
either play, you know. But
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
those games are close as hell. I mean, it's not like they were blowouts. It wasn't like
Yeah.
the Niners 49 or Niners Seahawks game where it would have changed the like it changed the game. They were really tight competitive games. Like any turnover is going to change the game. So I completely agree with you.
Yeah.
But I know you guys are sad that the Bills lost. I was sad that Josh Allen was crying. I'm pretty
that
happy.
was so hard to watch.
Deion Dawkins.
I'm happy McDermott got fired, but
yeah, Deion Dawkins crying as well. I saw an edit with both of them back to back, and it's like, oh fuck, I can't do this.
Josh Allen made him cry, and then he made me cry.
Yeah, exactly, 100%. And now you're about to make me cry.
I saw the most strange short the other day too, where it was Sean Payton trying to decide like what to do, and all these coaches were like, "You can't beat the Patriots with your starting quarterback. Go out and tell him that Bo Nix gets hurt. You got to start a backup against the Patriots." And it felt so freaking. It felt like collusion. It felt like a scheme. It felt like they were trying to pull it over our eyes when he's like, "Oh, by the way, Bo Nix broke a bone in his ankle and he's out for the playoffs." We're like, "Huh? What? The guy who just won you the game, who walked off the field, who did an interview afterwards? Are you kidding me? How does this guy have a?"
It's one of the weirdest things I've ever seen in the history of my NFL watching. 100%.
That might have been.
That is fair.
Well, that plus the interception that happened. Like we have two really unique, really strange things happening in one game. Not like it's week 7. I mean, it's the divisional round. Like it was like the Matrix just glitched for like 4 hours. It was so strange.
Odd. It was super odd. 100%.
Sorry. Will you briefly mention McDermott firing? I'm gonna just jump in on that too. Like you guys said about time, I agree with that too. I think for me, what's the frustrating thing is McDermott is a defensive head coach who calls their defensive plays, and they lose because they are such a defensive night. Like they're never losing like defensive shut. Like he's just been relying on Josh Allen for the last 4 years to try to put up 30 to 40 to keep him in it. So I kind of respect it on that. That was the biggest clown show of a press conference I think I've seen from an owner and a GM.
This morning?
That was brutal.
From the Bills.
The owner directly saying, by the way, that was no one here wanted Keon Coleman.
Nobody
Keon
wants
Coleman
that
has 2
shit,
years
believe
left.
me.
He has 2 years on the roster.
I was gonna say he's not an awful player. I can't believe that.
He had a clutch touchdown too. I was shocked that you would talk shit about drafting a player.
He's not Antonio Brown running off the field
contract. Yeah, it's bananas. Anyways, I just needed to throw that in.
Yes.
One thing I will say about the defensive performance, I thought the defense did really well. Obviously, it did not do well when it mattered the most. I mean, the pass interferences, those are, I mean, at least one of those, in my opinion, was controversial in itself.
The first one,
I don't think
opinion.
any game should be won off of multiple pass interference penalties in a row. But I'm not even going to get started on it because you guys know I want Josh Allen to win. But one thing I will say is I feel like the Bills could have won this game by like multiple scores without all of these turnovers and everything.
Yeah.
The whole team played pretty well. Obviously, I would say Josh Allen was responsible fully for 2 different turnovers. There was the pick to PJ Locke and then the fumble at the end of the first half. The blindside fumble, I feel like every QB in the league fumbles there, so I can't even blame him for that. And then obviously there's the Brandon Cooks play. Like, it is what it is. But to me, one of the most pivotal moments of the game was the Bills getting the ball back up 7-3. Josh Allen has like a 30, 40-yard run, and then James Cook, the very next play, fumbles the ball. Like, they could have gone up 14-3 on them on that drive, and that's when everything changed in that game. I thought it was just... I mean, there's just so many moments in that game where the offense shot themselves in the foot. And obviously the end of the first half fumble. As a coach, I don't know how you put your offense out there trying to do anything, kneel the ball out, and get into the second half. Like, it was just really bad. I don't really think Sean McDermott deserved to be fired entirely. I feel like the GM, I think I saw something this morning that said since Josh Allen, they've drafted 2 Pro Bowlers, and that's
Yep.
it.
Right.
Yeah, that's correct.
In like 7 or 8
Horrendous.
years. Yeah,
Just
horrible.
so bad. And yet they're
Yeah.
still this deep into the playoffs every single year because you have one of the best QBs ever. And I mean, they've got to do something. I don't understand how he got promoted. Insane to me.
They
just
fire the coach and then promote
so
him is
stupid.
crazy.
So stupid, dude. Like, if you're gonna fire the coach that has been here since, the franchise got back on track, you've got to fire the GM as well. You got to clean house, in my opinion.
I
Um,
agree.
I thought it was just really stupid, though. But regardless, the Bills shot themselves in the foot, and at the end of the day, they probably shouldn't have even been in the position to have that controversial call. But it is what it is. They could have won the game at the end, so it's going to be controversial for a long time. So we'll see what happens this next year. Next year's your year, Josh. That's all I have to say.
We've talked about the controversial and the close games, though. I want to talk about the other games once Strings is done.
Yeah, one more thing to throw on that. At the end of half, that fumble was bad. Just one more dagger at McDermott. Giving up a 40-yard touchdown with like 50 seconds to go. That's not on Josh either. They would have won the game if they would have just played cover 4.
Yeah.
In that moment.
That's true. That's true.
They got aggressive and it bit them. And so I just wanted to throw that too. The end of that half felt so it just like, you're tied 10-10 like and then with 53 seconds left.
Game, dude.
Yeah, they just go up 10 randomly up before half. It was brutal.
It's so
demoralizing.
One last thing I will say is I've seen so many people asking why CJ Stroud is getting shit on and Josh Allen is getting shit on less. And it's like one of these
pretty
guys,
obvious.
One of these guys did not have maybe the best defense of the past 10 years with him, as well as one of these guys had 3 total touchdowns. I mean, I'm all about I don't think CJ Stroud is as bad as a ton of people say, but he did play bad in that game. You cannot compare the situations whatsoever. He did literally nothing to help them win the game. Josh Allen obviously did. I think it's just stupid.
But CJ Stroud was seeing ghosts. That was crazy.
100%.
100%. I mean, your defense is good, and you guys are at home, but it just felt like he couldn't make reads. He wasn't confident. It's strange to see he had his 2 top receivers out, and I think it makes a massive difference when your go-to guy is not on the field. CJ Stroud, he just didn't know he couldn't figure out reads. He didn't have his go-to guy. Plus, their O-line,
the Pats pass rush was dominating too.
It was.
Yeah.
It was.
I mean, a lot of things just went right for the Pats in that game. Obviously, having Nico Collins out, you have Christian Gonzalez covering pretty much nobody at that point. And then obviously Carlton Davis had the game of his life with 2 interceptions. I was talking him before the game because he gets so many PIs, but he played phenomenal throughout the game. You had Kayshon Boutte putting the game away with the one-handed catch over Derek Stingley. A literally perfect defense and just better catch. It's just the Patriots just had everything go right. Essentially, I mean, it was very interesting. I keep telling everybody I think if the Texans had even an average QB performance, they probably win that game because that defense was so freaking good. But the Pats move on, and the schedule continues. So
to that point, I also think I just watched the game. I have not much else to add on except I'm very impressed with Boutte and Williams.
Aren't we all?
Sorry, I know it's his name. I don't know what to do. I'm very impressed with your and
that
Diggs.
That was disgusting.
That was a terrible wet weather game too. There was a lot of fumbles, a lot of people struggling to hang onto the football, and your receivers were making circus catches with
that
a
one
slick ball.
For the touchdown was ridiculous.
I was shocked. Yes. I think I've overlooked the Patriots wide receiver core, but that was my biggest takeaway from the game was that holy crap, these guys can make some big plays, and Drake May can put it on a rope. It kind of made me think this team that I didn't think of you guys as having a superstar receiver core, but now I'm kind of starting to see a vision where I'm like, these guys might be really difficult to defend.
They're nice for sure. I mean, Stephon Diggs being there is a huge game changer for sure. Like
Oh, yeah.
if this offense didn't have him, I feel like it would be so much harder for the team to move the ball downfield. I love Kayshon Boutte. He's awesome. He makes some amazing contested catches. He just can't quite get open like Stephon Diggs, who's in my opinion still one of the best route runners in the NFL. I mean, even coming off of that injury, he's been such a game changer for the Pats. I love it. I absolutely love it. And I'm really happy to have a really good wide receiver on the team and a really good QB. And I'm stunned that we were able to beat that team with how good that defense is. And they're going to have to do it again with, a little bit worse defense this week. But I don't know.
Not much
It's going to be
worse.
interesting. I'm nervous.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay, Seahawks, Niners.
I just want to say one last thing.
Okay,
I'd be less nervous at this point if it was Bo Nix, because if we lose to Bo Nix, it's not as embarrassing. If we lose to Jarrett Stidham, it is super fucking embarrassing.
When you lose.
So, yeah.
All right. 49ers, Seahawks. We don't have to talk about this game, but we're going to talk about this game because, wow, was it a blowout. When he returned the opening kick, I was like, there's not a better way to set the tone. Seahawks are going to win this game. It was so amazing. I was just like, that is how you set the tone. And I thought to myself, like, Purdy is good. Kyle Shanahan's amazing. Like, they got held to 3 points against the Seahawks. They got to put up more points this time. Well, they did, but not by much. 6 points is crazy. I'm like, I know this. I thought the Seahawks were going to win, but this was a massacre. I'm just so impressed by this defense.
It was crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the Seahawks have been so good all year. And on top of that, I mean, the 49ers are hanging on by a string. So it just came together for just the worst possible scenario for the 49ers. I mean, Jesus. They got no George Kittle. Brandon Ayuk is doing, I don't know what the hell he's doing, quite honestly. He's just speeding around on the streets of Gotham. So yeah, it was really, really bad. I will say, and this isn't an excuse, I would have loved to see if both of the teams were fully healthy. I think it would have been an awesome game. I think it would have been a sick game. But no, we got a blowout. So I'm sure Schmeigs was really happy about that.
Yeah.
Well, and to that, and I'm just throwing this out there. The only offensive player they were missing was Kittle. So I mean, it might not have been a blowout, but it wouldn't have been. At best, they have Warner and they have Bosa, and it's a defensive battle.
Yeah.
I think the big issue right now with the 49ers,
like George Kittle isn't a huge difference for a team, though. He's probably still the best overall tight end in the league. I mean, this is a team without their number one wide receiver from 2 years ago as well. I mean, the Niners are just. They just got shit on.
Yeah,
they just got shit on by the injury bug this year. It's just it is what it is. Like I said, I mean, it's nothing against the Seahawks.
Mental injury,
they've
maybe
been awesome this year, but
Seahawks have been amazing this year.
The Niners were just hanging on by a thread at this point. Like they were. I'm not shocked at this point that they got blown out. Obviously, I picked them, but we all know I said I'm picking them because I've been picking them, and I thought the Seahawks were going to win, but I didn't think it was going to be this big of a blowout. That's for sure.
Yeah, and it's oh, sorry. I was just going to say it's incredible. It was just incredible to see the way, because when Mike McDonald was hired, when was that? 2 years ago.
2 years ago.
Yeah, I think I remember either the owner or some higher up in the Seahawks, they tasked him with GM told him to build a defense to stop the Niners, stop Shanahan in that Niners offense. And these last 2 games have you brought that home in droves. Like he's just dominating Shanahan. And even go back to week 1, it's not like the Niners, it was a cakewalk for the Niners offensively either. So they're, I'd have to look more into it, but personnel wise, like the GM, head coach are just like on another level when it comes to playing the Niners.
Yeah, it was
my gosh.
It was 17-14 week 1, I think.
And that was, I know I'm just
Schmeeks. Did Schmeeks give you notes? Did Schmeeks give you notes before this? Because he said the exact same thing you just said like 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Well,
he was shouting
I
out
actually-
the GM for the
Oh.
Seahawks.
I actually don't know. My story on the GM is I actually think about this whenever people fire their head coach, because Pete Carroll got fired at 10-7. We're seeing a lot of coaches get fired at 10-7. But reading back on it, when Pete Carroll was fired, the Ravens came in and beat the Seahawks 33-3. And my story on Mike McDonald was John Schneider said, "I want that DC. We couldn't do jack squat. So the Seahawks fired Pete Carroll. They knew they wanted Mike. They knew Mike was the guy the whole way it wasn't like they were like, we got to move on. We'll find someone else. They were like, no, we want this guy. The only notes I have on the game really, it probably would have been closer if 49ers were totally healthy.
Yeah,
I'm getting sick of Lenore. I'm getting sick. Lenore saying it would have been a landslide if they were healthy after losing 41-6 is the type of unhinged confidence I need in my life when I'm doing it. Just like getting absolutely abused and being like, we would have beat the brakes off them if we had. And also the other note is get ready for Ken Walker is all I gotta say. I mean, it sucks that Charbonnet is out. That was the best Ken Walker's ran all year. I read that was the third highest well, and his big issue is he dances around a lot. That was the third highest average speed he's had hitting the hole since he started in the NFL. So he's hitting the hole constantly. Yeah. So he's running. He was running really confidently downhill, which is it's kind of unusual for him.
It was about time.
Yeah, well, we'll see. We need it.
Yeah.
But it's a scary game ahead.
Yeah. So we had Broncos beat the Bills, Seahawks beat the Niners, Rams beat the Bears, Patriots beat the Texans. Some crazy games. One game with huge blowout, one game with a bunch of turnovers, one game with crazy controversial calls and changes, and one game with the greatest, most insane fourth quarter heave, freaking toss up a no-looker into the end zone for a touchdown that we've seen in forever at Chicago Miracle.
Yep.
Amazing weekend of football, boys. Amazing weekend of football. We're blessed to have it.
100%.
And we got 3 more games, which we're going to talk about in a little bit. I want to talk about the head coaches because we've got a lot of head coach changes, and there's already interviews going on. There's already DCs and OCs getting interviewed for other positions. So big changes are John Harbaugh getting hired to the Giants, and what's the other one?
Salah to the Titans.
Yeah.
Saleh
to the Titans. And then Stefanski to the Falcons.
Yeah.
And we had Baker shooting shit at Stefanski being like, yo.
So fucking deserved. It's not even funny.
Yes.
Wow,
So I'm interested to see how the Falcons how their team changes. I don't know if I have faith in the Titans, but Saleh is an amazing defensive coach, so we'll see. Maybe the Titans, maybe they can turn it around, but there's still a couple big openings. I mean, the Steelers, the Raiders, now the Bills. I mean, there's some huge opportunities. I think I saw.
I'm interested to see whether the Bills go with Dable or Kubiak from the Seahawks. It's going to be interesting.
And we saw the Chargers just hire the Miami head coach is now the OC for the Chargers.
Yeah, that's the biggest one in my opinion, because
that's
they
a
go
crazy
from
one.
An awful OC to a guy who can actually do some stuff with a really good QB. I'm hyped to see them this year. He made Tua throw for over 4,000 yards, which is pretty much a miracle, for God's sakes. Let's see what you can do with an elite QB now. It's going to be fun.
Yeah, and I'm always going to try and tie everything in with the Bears, but I could not be happier with Detroit's new offensive coordinator hiring after firing their previous. When they had Mike McDaniel on the table, presumably he wanted the job. They hired the Cardinals' Drew Petzing for OC.
Terrible choice, Detroit. I love it.
Thumb himself, Drew Petzing, and we want to go through a little bit of his stats here. His efficiency metrics. He's, this year, worst rushing offense in the league. bottom 10 total yards per game, passing yards, EPA per play, pass EPA, rush EPA, red zone touchdown percentage. Third down conversion percentage was actually pretty good. But if you go back, 2024 was his big year, and I think that's why he's being hired there. Pretty much top 10/15 in pretty much all the metrics I listed. But then if you go back to 2023 and 2022, you're back in the high 20s for pretty much all those metrics. So
Beast mode.
So he was the OC for the Cardinals, and now he's the OC for the Lions.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Interesting.
Curious.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
So we
and Dolphins
Yeah.
hiring Jeff Hafley, Packers DC, as their head coach.
Oh, I
after
don't know
he-
if I saw that.
Before the
I didn't
Bears
see that
game,
either.
before the Bears game in an interview, he was like, I'm like, did the corniest move ever, and told the whole press right before the game. He's like, and you guys will see me here next week, and smacks the table and proceeds to blow a 15-point lead in the
aura.
fourth quarter. And then the Dolphins hire him, and
Wow.
the Dolphins play the Bears next season. So that'll be fun.
Wow.
Always got to tie
Wow.
in with the Bears.
Gonna be interesting.
No, I
Nice.
like it.
Yeah. Well, I didn't
So
know if you
I
guys had
I got
any
no-
predictions or anything else that you were hoping to see
I
someone
got-
get hired somewhere or anything.
Yeah, I was going to say I got no notes on the Dolphins, but I was shocked that the Titans didn't go after an offensive head coach for Cam
Yeah.
Ward.
I was. as well.
I was shocked. I would have thought Giants and Ravens would go after a defensive head coach. I guess John Harbaugh's kind of hard to put in a
He's like
defensive
neither.
offensive category. Yeah. But yeah, I am scared. I've heard Clint Kubiak going to the Bills. I think that would make sense. I also
Yeah.
think Clint Kubiak to the Ravens with Lamar Jackson, because
Whew.
Clint likes to run the football, and that's a franchise that runs the football very well.
Yeah. I mean,
So I
both of
think
them
that would
do.
be scary too.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting.
And
I
I'm
mean,
sad that we'll lose
he
them.
is a great choice between either one. I mean, you got a top
Yeah.
3 QB or a top 3 QB, either way. So
Right.
it'll be
Yeah.
interesting for sure.
Hmm.
But did we want to do a few games, gentlemen? Is the real question here.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's get it
let's do
going.
it.
I've been
All right,
prepping
boys.
all night for this, baby.
So, what am I saying? I just had an out of body experience for a second there. Let
Welcome
me
back to your
rerun
body.
that. Gentlemen, we have 4 teams left in the playoffs. I want you guys to do a snake draft, building a team, QB, running back, wide receiver, tight end, defense, with the 4 teams remaining in the playoffs. Okay?
Give
We're
me that-
each
give me-
going.
Give me
And
that.
we're
give
doing
me
a
those
snake
positions
draft.
again.
Whoever has the best team
Could be
wins.
running back.
Simple as that.
Okay.
We'll let Lucas go first since he's the intern.
You said QB, running back, tight end, defense.
QB, running back, wide receiver, tight end, defense.
That would make sense. That's an important position.
Maybe. Not if you're the Bills.
Yeah.
Ooh. Dom, are you drafting with us, or is it just us 3?
I'm drafting with you.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go. This might be controversial. I'm gonna go with the Seahawks defense.
Seahawks defense. First overall pick.
I think it's the best overall unit left. I mean, if you want to say the Rams offense, but in terms of entire units, I'd probably go with Seahawks defense.
That's a fair pick.
Suck my unit.
Very good. Very good reference.
Thank you. All right. On my screen, Carter's top right, then I'm bottom left, and Schmeigs is bottom right. So we'll just go Carter, and then Schmeigs, and then me, Schmeigs, Carter, so on and so forth.
Okay. I'm gonna take.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna. I think I'm gonna take.
No, take your time.
I'm gonna take Drake May at quarterback.
Fuck you, pussy. All right, Schmeigs, you're up. He's frozen in time.
I
He
was gonna
literally
say,
died.
I think his screen's frozen, or else he's really, really locked in. Oh, we lost
And he's
him.
dead.
And
See
he
you
gets
later.
Sam
And
Darnold.
he's dead.
Hate to see it. Wow.
And he gets Sam Darnold.
Yes, he does. I think he gets Jarrett Stidham personally.
Ooh, see, I was gonna ask you if we can use Bo Nix or not.
The
I
Broncos.
mean, my pick's
can't,
already made,
so I don't think so.
but
I don't think so.
damn. All right. Well,
Well,
you can go
technical
next if you want,
difficulties.
Dom.
Yeah, I'll go next. Who's even in the? I'll go Stat Mathford. Why not?
Wow.
Yeah, I know.
I'm
Well,
gonna
I guess it's
channel
my
my-
turn again.
I was gonna
Schmeeks-
say, oh,
there he is.
oh,
right,
he's
Schmeeks,
back.
Your turn. I picked Stat Padford. You're up next.
He took Matt Stafford. I took Drake May.
It's my turn. Okay. And we
Yeah.
lost the
2 in a row.
Seahawks defense. I didn't rage quit because he picked the Seahawks. I just had technical difficulties.
That would be very fitting.
But for the sake of the show, how dare you, Luke? No, okay, so I was gonna go Stafford or Drake May, so that is I definitely don't want
Sucks to
Stidham.
suck.
But I don't know if Stidham's so
does?
much different than Darnold, and I'm saying that as a Seahawks fan.
Wow.
Whoa.
The first unbiased Seahawks take I've heard from Schmigs.
That's bizarre. You would
It is.
say that.
What happened to you? Is this
Yeah,
an
who are you?
AI version of you?
I have never said
What'd you do with Schmigs?
said Darnold was a like a top 5 or top 10 quarterback. I just think when you say he's like bottom 20 that's cooked. He's like top 16.
That's close enough to bottom 20. That's actually, in fact, that is bottom 20. There's
Bottom 20
32
is
starters in the
16.
league. If you're
Yeah.
if you're past top 12, you're bottom 20.
Make your pick, please.
Yeah, seriously.
I guess that's fair.
You're going off
That's actually
topic,
really
buddy.
fair.
Thank you.
Sorry, let me think here. I really
bad.
want the quarterbacks, so now I'm a little bit. I could do that. I just want to think this through real quick.
Well, you have 2
Who's the
picks to
running
make,
backs
so.
left? I
All
don't
of
want
them?
Ramondre Stevenson. I'm not Mike Vrabel. I don't have a love affair with that guy.
Yeah, save him for me.
Um,
Save him for me. I want him.
Okay. Yeah, you know what? I think the next best positional value is Kenneth Walker. That's probably
Okay.
a crazy pick, but I don't want RJ Harvey, Ramondre Stevenson, or Kyron Williams.
What's your next pick after that? Because we're snaking.
We're snaking each other.
Then I'm gonna get ahead of the next tier, and I'm gonna take Jackson Smith and Jigba. I'm just taking
Valid.
my Seahawks.
Very nice. Very nice play, actually.
Valid.
Is it?
It's my
Yeah,
turn.
it's you, Dom. Yep.
I'm gonna get ahead of Schmiegs here, and I'm gonna take Puka.
Puka's fair. I couldn't take him over Jason. Just
I don't blame
you.
I don't blame you.
Now I gotta take Devontae Adams.
Ooh,
Valid.
over Diggs. Dom, how we feeling?
Fuck my digs, bro.
All right, Lucas.
What does a
Snake
JJ
in row.
McCarthy supporter even know about football, right, guys?
Not a
Sorry.
lot besides
Not
pain.
a lot. Nothing but heartbreak and sorrow.
Mhm.
All right, to pair with my Seahawks defense.
Mhm.
Let's go Stephon Diggs.
Okay. I like it.
I
All right,
like
you got
that.
another pick though?
QB, I'll get someone that can rip him the ball. I'll get him Sam Darnold.
Okay.
I'm confident in his
no.
ability to pass to Stephon Diggs.
You should have taken your guy when you had the chance.
I was hoping you wouldn't do that.
I'm taking Broncos defense.
Eat my nuts.
Yeah, baby. This team's looking good.
Let's see here. Yeah, I'm gonna go Patriots defense.
Ooh, Okay, so I'm guaranteed the Rams defense. So my 2 picks should be tight end and quarterback. Well, I'm guaranteed just Stidham too. So I just need to figure out the tight end I want, essentially. So do I
Or
want
if you
Hunter
like
Henry?
another backup.
Jimmy Garoppolo's available. What are you talking about?
Yep.
Do I
Jalen
want
Milroe.
Noah Fant? I don't even know. It's
Jalen
not Noah
Milroe.
Fant. Oh, I know. I'm forgetting his name. He played for
Evan Ingram.
the Giants for a while.
You got your guy, AJ
Evan
Barner.
Ingram.
There's Ingram, Henry, Barner. I guess Parkinson would be the Rams. Yeah, I'm gonna go
That's a
Barner.
disease, not a player.
I'm gonna go
AJ
AJ
Barner, tight
Barner.
end.
And then I'm gonna, I'm pretty much guaranteed the Rams defense and Jared Stidham. So that's my team. Unless someone wants to double down on quarterbacks.
I think we're good. I think I'll pass. Yeah, I'll go Hunter Henry.
Ooh.
Actually, I lied. I'm going Kyron Williams. Sorry.
Ooh,
Sorry,
sneaky.
sorry.
I was gonna say there's a lot of good running backs left.
I have the Rams with the Patriots defense, essentially.
I actually think RJ Harvey's a pretty good running back, but the most explosive running back besides Kenneth Walker out of these 4 teams, in my opinion, is Travion Henderson. So I'm going Travion Henderson at running back.
Fair.
All right. I think that was going to be my pick. So my backup.
I've been sniping boys.
My backup will definitely be RJ Harvey. Like, not as explosive, but definitely he's had a lot of explosive runs, explosive catches. He could catch the ball out of the backfield. I'll go RJ Harvey.
Nice.
Then my tight end will be I'll do Terrence Ferguson. That dude is is definitely a tough matchup on the outside. Like, we don't have a crazy selection of tight ends right now, but at least from what I've seen throughout the season, Ferguson's been really solid for the Rams.
I like that. So Ferguson's taken, Parkinson is taken. Who's your tight end, Don?
I don't have
No,
one yet.
Barner's
I have
taken.
Kyron Williams.
Oh, Barner's.
Barner.
Oh, so
I don't know who you
Henry's
took.
available. I'm taking Hunter Henry right now. I thought he was taken, but he's not. I'm going Hunter Henry as my last pick for my tight end to pair him with my quarterback Drake May.
So who the fuck? Evan Ingram is my tight end, I guess.
Yes.
Or Colby Parkinson is no one to snuff at. That guy's made some sick catches.
I'll take Evan Ingram. I'm taking Evan Ingram. Madden legend. He had 1,000 yards a couple years ago. I'll take
Let me
him.
see this.
All right. Everybody's teams. Schmeeks, name off your team.
Go ahead, Schmeeks.
I have the worst team just because I have the worst quarterback and the worst defense, and that's just what it is. But I do like the Seahawks we got, which is JSN, Kenneth Walker, and AJ Barner. AJ Barner, he might not have the best receiving stats, but he's the best inline tight end in the NFL right now. That guy's a monster when it comes to blocking. Not in the tight NFL right now. I'm sorry, of the last 4 teams remaining, he's the best inline tight end. I mean, he's a big reason why this.
I'm going to be honest. I just took it as the Seahawks bias, and I was like, all right.
I'll just let him cook. No. I'm not that bold. He's got ways to. He's got some stuff to do before he can catch up to like Kittle and some of those other guys.
Henry.
But of the last 4 teams, I think he's
Yep.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I guess
TJ Hawkinson.
Yep.
And then I got Kenneth Walker, Jackson Smith, and Jigba. So those are the Seahawks. And then Stidham and the Rams defense. So actually, all 4 defenses are pretty good. I think the Seahawks. I don't think the Rams defense is that far away from at least the Pats defense. Maybe the Broncos and the Seahawks, but Stidham is a huge disadvantage. Maybe he's good. We'll see, but I think that sunk my team.
As a Patriots fan, no, he is not. Unfortunately, I have Matthew Stafford, Kyron Williams, Puka Nacua. I just have the Rams, essentially, so, we'll get touchdowns. And then I have Evan Ingram. I have 2022 Evan Ingram, by the way. I can
No,
pick
you
years. And then I also
There we
have the
go.
Patriots defense. So solid team. I'm happy with it.
Definitely a solid team.
By the way, I just
Yes.
wanted to point out we all passed out Colby Parkinson on the Rams. He has 408 yards and 8 touchdowns.
Not bad.
Just figured I'd throw
Not
that
bad at all.
stat out. That guy's a dog.
My team here, I've got mostly Patriots. I have quarterback Drake May, running back Travion Henderson, wide receiver Devontae Adams, tight end Hunter Henry, and the defense, the Denver Broncos. Pretty happy. Feels like a pretty elite squad, to be honest with you.
Intern, what do you got?
So at QB,
I need a bell. I can ring the bell. Intern.
We got the Seahawks defense with my first pick. Then I got Stephon Diggs at wide receiver. Then I got Sam Darnold, RJ Harvey, and then take a young flyer, Terrence Ferguson. Got a lot of young talent, a lot of explosiveness, but then we got some vets like Darnold and Diggs and an elite defense. So take our chances.
Well,
I would say best team is between me and Carter. I'm not going to lie.
I was going to say the same thing. I was going to say I think I gave Schmeigs a 3 out of 5. I gave Lucas a 3.75 out of 5. I gave Dom a 4.25 out of 5. And I gave me a 4.5.
4.5. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, you nailed it. You knew it.
Yeah.
You knew it.
But something is,
Carter gives himself the highest one, so I'm going to give myself the highest one, and then it's up to you.
Naturally.
If I would have drafted Hunter Henry over Ferguson, would I? How much would that have improved?
I don't know.
I might have given you a 4 there.
All right, I'll take.
I think it's hard because May and Stafford were MVP candidates, right? So it's
so you picked
it's hard to come back from that. It's hard to come back.
I did have the first pick. I think I did not pick one of them. So,
I think I got Carter at wide receiver, tight end, and running back, and I'm still like, yeah, he had the better team.
Valid.
Well, that was
Very
fun.
valid.
Put a comment in if you guys want to vote and let us know who you think has the best team out of the 4 of us. It was obviously me, but that was fun. I like the game.
I think we had one more idea that I had written down in our group chat if we want to do another one.
Yes. I'm
All
ready
right, boys.
if you are.
So this one, I mean, I feel like this one's going to take a little bit longer, but I think it's going to be the most fun one because we're all going to have varying opinions. But the very first thing I sent last night was ranking the past 10 Super Bowls, and I think that would be a lot of fun to do right now.
Ooh. Put the Pats Rams at number 10 right now. I'm calling that off. That 13-6 game, or was it? What was it? Was it 10-3?
13-6, I think.
13-3. Yes.
13-3. Wow. Yeah. Sony Michel. That was a first-round draft pick who got your touchdown there. And I think that was worth it.
He sucked wiener. We could have taken Nick Chubb, the guy who started over him, and we took Sony Mitchell. And every time I bring that up, people are like, yeah, well, he helped you guys win. And it's like, you think Nick Chubb couldn't have done all of that and more? What are we talking about here? I'm just going to get heated, okay? I'm getting mad. Let's move on to the game.
My favorite part of it was that you guys did that, and the Seahawks at the time were like, well, the Pats know what they're doing. They're winning Super Bowls. And then we took Rashad Penny, who was also a bust.
Rashad the God. Let's go, baby.
Okay, so the last 10 Super Bowls.
That's what we're doing. I'm putting up on the screen to be clear. Let me be clear. Give me a second. Technical difficulties?
9, 10.
Give me a second. Technical difficulties? One more
Whenever
second.
You say technical difficulties, it makes me delete it in post editing. Just so you know, it flags it every time you say that word. It's like, all right.
I hope so. I really hope it does. Okay, so this doesn't have all 10 for some reason. Well, it has 10, but this was made January 27, 2025. So the Eagles isn't on here.
Eagles Chiefs isn't on here.
But, we don't
that was a bad one anyways.
We don't even need to rank that because that would probably be last. I mean, for me, it would probably be up high because I'm a Chiefs hater. But regardless, one second here.
Yeah, that was a brutal beatdown.
It was awesome. Greatest hate watch of my life.
That shootout with the Chiefs and the Eagles when the Chiefs won that game was a crazy one too.
Okay, so we're going to start from the far left, and we're going to start with the 2015 Super Bowl. Patriots,
Banger.
Seahawks.
Banger.
So many huge plays in that game. The Patriots were down multiple scores twice in this game, and my GOAT king, God, Tom Brady, brought them back from the brink of death. And who capped it all off? Was it beast mode with a run from the 1 yard line? Yes. No, just kidding. It was not. It was Russell, Mr. Unlimited, Subway Man himself, the Giants king, the Broncos savior, Russell Wilson with an interception to a slant route on the right side of the field. Malcolm Butler, unsung hero, who would go on to be pretty good on the Patriots for a couple of years after this, gets the game-winning pick. I screamed, I cried, and I'm not ashamed to admit it. It was one of the greatest days of my life. Patriots win. No offense to Schmeigs, of course.
Not taking. I hope
offense.
the Seahawks murder you in the Super Bowl this year.
They might. We'll see.
I think it goes best.
I think it has to
What
go
are the
best.
rankings? Is there a higher than best, or is best the top? Okay.
This is the best is the top right now.
Okay.
I'm biased. I see 2 I like more than it.
Same here.
So I'd say
Same
it's
here.
at least top 5, but
Yeah.
but it's definitely up there in terms of
I think it's entertaining.
Yeah,
I'll put it
Let's go.
entertaining.
I like
I
it.
think it's one of
it
the.
might sneak up to best,
I think it's one
though.
of like
Yeah,
the 7 greatest Super Bowls of all time. But alas, after that we have Super Bowl 50. Cam Newton and the vaunted Panthers went 15-1. He won MVP. They were dabbing all over the place. One of the most iconic MVP seasons of all time. But the no-fly zone, carrying the actual rotting, mummified corpse of Peyton Manning to the Super Bowl, who, by the way, just want to point this out. He had like 9 touchdowns and 17 picks this year, and he got benched for Brock Osweiler.
Yes,
It is
he
not
did.
talked about enough just how dog shit he was this season, but he truly was. Von Miller went sicko mode for the entire playoff run. They had Chris Harris Jr., Aqib Talib, TJ Ward. They had DeMarcus Ware and Von Miller on the same D-line, which is outrageous.
Yeah.
And they win the Super Bowl. I mean, this is the best defense. This is, I mean, if we're talking in terms of peak, I think this is the peak defense of the 2010s. If we're talking longevity plus peak, it's the Legion of Boom. That's my take on all of that. But
they're up there.
Where do we put this, boys?
This game I thought
would
was
say
closer,
it wasn't the craziest Super Bowl ever.
No, it was
This game,
24-10. Last ending score was 24-10. I thought
it
it
was
closer
pretty
than that,
mid.
but
I mean, as a Cam Newton
Defensive.
glazer myself, I vividly remember lots of drops for the Panthers. It was a frustrating game to watch. It wasn't very fun. It was very defensive oriented, obviously. There was at least 1 defensive score in this game with a strip sack of Cam Newton. I wouldn't put it super high up. I would just put it decent personally.
Yeah.
I'm good for that.
I like
The
decent.
storyline of it,
could be
obviously,
convinced good.
is good, but
It's
Peyton Manning going
also
off into the sunset.
I was reading this. It's the only time I think in the last 10 of all these 2 where the 2 top-ranked defenses played each other, and in the Super Bowl. So
it was an awesome game.
No
was an
one was
awesome
going
storyline,
into
at
it
least.
expecting a shootout. It was it was what it was advertised to be, which was a really grinded out struggle.
Yep. And now we have the greatest comeback, maybe in
28
sports
to 3.
history. We have the
Yep.
28
Put
to
it up
3
at
game.
best.
I'm
best.
saying
It's
right now we're
obviously
putting
best.
it best.
Yeah.
It's obviously going to be best, and this next one is obviously going to be boring. It's obviously going to be. Wait. Is that
No,
Patriots
that's
Eagles
Eagles.
next?
You know what?
Oh,
I
I'm
agree.
sorry.
That game
Favorite of
sucked
the
dick.
last 10
That game
years.
sucked
Oh,
the
I'm
balls of my
sorry.
dick.
I
no,
thought it
that's
was
gotta
Eagles
be.
Patriots was dog shit. Cheating. The Eagles cheated.
I thought
We move on.
Patriots Eagles was my favorite of the last 10 years personally. That's my number
Yeah,
one.
I bet it
that
was.
game was
Listen,
Yeah,
It
I'm
was a
biased.
crazy
probably-
game.
It was back and forth.
If
Put it-
okay,
Put it
here's
up
what
there.
I'm going to
It
say
was
right
amazing.
now. Okay, as a Patriots fan in Montana, I watched the Super Bowl with Carter. He's an
Yeah.
RA at the time. We have probably 20 people in this fucking room, okay, all rooting against the Patriots. And I've told this story to probably everybody in here. Carter already knows it because he's literally Hitler. So we're watching the
blunt
game, and one of the dudes on the floor, the whole fucking game, keeps saying, Tom Brady's going to fumble here. Tom Brady's going to throw a pick here. Tom Brady's going to fumble here. Tom Brady's going to throw a pick here. He throws for 500 yards this game, okay? Not a single turnover. And then finally, after this dipshit keeps saying fumble for 4 hours, it actually ends up happening. And who of all people in the room is flabbergasted? Oh, it's Carter. Oh my God, he called it. And then the whole room explodes when the Patriots lose. So it was a nightmare, and I wanted to die.
We went right back to my room and started playing Rocket League, and Tom was quiet the rest of the night.
Yeah, I've never been more sad in my life, legitimately.
That was a shoot. That was an amazing game.
I'd put that above the 28-3 comeback personally.
How could you put it above the greatest comeback of all time?
It was such a fun shootout. It was so competitive. It was so back and forth. No one knew.
The first overtime game in Super Bowl history, right here.
Fourth and goal, Philly. Just there were so many moments from early on to the end where I just was puckered up.
We got the Julio Jones catch. We got the Julian Edelman tipped catch. We got the Dante Hightower strip sack. We've got the Patriots converting two-point conversions in a row to tie the game up. It was an unfathomable game. And then
Julio catch might be one of the greatest playoff catches ever. If
it is.
We
had two of the greatest playoff catches ever within the span of maybe 10 minutes of each other. Unbelievable.
The Edelman catch was crazy.
Yeah, I mean,
yes. Oh my gosh.
I say we put it at 1, but
let's leave them. Let's leave them there.
We'll leave it at 1.
Okay, everyone's a hater, so they're gonna put the Patriots Rams at bottom.
Yes. This game sucked.
This game, I don't think I watched the entire. Yeah.
It was a defensive battle for the ages.
It was lame.
But we then go on to Patrick Mahomes cheating his way by sacrificing virgins to get to his first Super Bowl, of many that he sacrificed babies to get to, by the way.
2020.
49ers, Chiefs. In my opinion, it's not that memorable of a Patrick Mahomes Super Bowl.
No.
Obviously, it's the first one. It's the Chiefs getting to their first Super Bowl in 50 years. But at the same time, they're... Fuck! We're good. I just broke my fucking elbow on my desk. See, I bring up Patrick Mahomes sacrificing babies, and I start getting hurt.
You get hurt.
That's the crazy thing.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's that memorable of a game out of all of the upcoming ones. They overcame, I think, a 10-point deficit in the fourth quarter, which was really cool. But other than that, I don't think many people can tell you a specific play that really happened in this game.
No.
Truthfully.
The other Niners.
I'd put it below.
Exactly.
I'd put below the Panthers Broncos personally.
I agree. I can agree with that. I'm fine with it being decent right there. And then this is a Super Bowl me and Carter watched together. This was one I loved personally, as a Tom Brady fan.
Yeah,
Patrick Mahomes getting his little bussy destroyed for 3 hours was incredible.
Dude,
blowout.
That Bucs defense destroyed him all game.
It was absolutely incredible. Gronk had touchdowns. Tom Brady had touchdowns. The game was over by halftime. It was unbelievable. I would call it decent, though. Obviously, I mean,
I'd put it at good. I feel like Mahomes.
Okay.
Mahomes, you can't really count out. And he did make some amazing plays. He had a couple receivers make terrible drops that game.
The horizontal pass that he, by the way, sacrificed a baby for at halftime to make that happen, was really cool. But I'm fine with it being good. I'm fine with it being good. And then we have one that nobody expected would happen. We have the following season, right after Tom Brady went to the Bucs and played in their home stadium in the Super Bowl, we have Matt Stafford being traded to the Rams and playing in the Super Bowl in their home stadium against the Bengals. Rookie Jamar Chase. Joe Burrow's healthy the whole season. They're lights out. It's unbelievable. They go on a crazy run. They beat Mahomes in the playoffs to get there. And Josh Allen. I think this game would go in entertaining. I thought this was
entertaining.
Yes, super good.
Yeah.
It was
super good.
It was close. Yeah.
That T. Higgins catch that debatably should have been that was a no flag. There was so many crazy
on
moments.
Ramsey. Yeah.
I think Jamar Chase had a big touchdown this game, didn't he? I think he had a 40 or
huge
50-yard
catch. I can't
touchdown.
remember if it was a touchdown.
The
but
wide
was
receiver
the
that
Cooper-
went off in
this
this
was the
one
Cooper
was
Kupp
Odell
game.
Beckham.
Yeah,
No,
this
it was
I was
not.
about
It
to
was
say
Odell
this is the game
Beckham.
Odell
Oh.
Beckham Jr. would have been MVP, but he tore his ACL.
Yes,
He was going
Odell
crazy
Beckham
in this game.
was
Yeah,
going
he was-
crazy.
Yeah, he was
I coulda-
awesome on the Rams.
but
He had
didn't-
so many
didn't-
touchdowns with the Rams too.
Wasn't this the Triple Crown year for
Cooper Kupp,
our white
yeah.
boy from
Yeah.
Eastern Washington? It was Cooper Kupp's year, and didn't he catch the winning touchdown towards the end of the game?
Yes,
Pretty
but
sure it was like a screen. It wasn't
Yeah.
anything crazy, but
he caught the winning
or it was an
touchdown.
out.
It was over
Yeah.
Eli Apple, but
Yes.
the main receiver early on in the game was Odell because he was
Yes.
he was destroying.
Yes,
the
that first
Bengals.
or second drive, yeah, he had 2 big catches, yeah.
But then we have Eagles Chiefs Part 1. This was a game that was incredible to me, but it's really ruined by the pass interference penalty at the end of the game.
Yes.
That pretty much
Yeah.
sealed it for the Chiefs. And then
Yes.
Jalen Hurts comes out. Everyone's all hyped up to see something happen, and he throws a Hail Mary that probably went like 13 yards. So I would
wanted
put
it
this
best.
one. Where would you put
You
it?
probably want entertaining. I wanted it as best. It was one of the greatest shootouts we've seen in so long. It was so high scoring. I wanted it as best, but if
The
it's
thing for me is
entertaining, that's fine.
I genuinely don't think any of these games are on the same level as this game, and this
23.
game. And I know the Patriots are in all of these, but coincidentally, they were all incredible games. I mean, that's just the way it goes. But
They were.
I
I'd
don't
put
know
it
if
in
this game's
good.
on the same level as
I
Yeah.
mean 30 it was 38-35. It was 35-35 at one point. I mean, I think that's amazing.
If I could-
that's so tight.
If I could argue a little bit, I'd put it in good above the Tom Brady Kansas City. I'm a little
See,
far
I'm
away
more
from
on
Carter.
pace with what Schmeigs is saying right
Wow.
now.
I'd say entertaining.
I just don't think it's
personally.
as iconic of a game as these three right here. Obviously, this game, I honestly might be inclined to move this game down to good as well, just because these 3 games are like all-time iconic Super Bowls.
Well,
But I'm good.
let's
I'm
move
good with putting these
Seahawks-
in good.
let's move Seahawks Pats up to best, and then
I
we'll
couldn't
put
agree more.
we'll-
Couldn't agree more.
we'll put that one up in entertaining, and then everyone wins.
I like it, Schmeigs. I
Okay.
like it. Now we have Niners Seahawks Part 2. This one was a really good game.
Niners Chiefs.
Once again, another game that had something crazy happen where obviously linebacker's getting hyped up, Dre Greenlaw, and he literally destroys his own Achilles. the Niners
that
were
was
doing
brutal.
so good in this game before that, and he cracked himself out so much that he tore his own Achilles. Never seen it in my life. And Fred Warner's running onto the field, and he turns around, he's like, "No!"
it was horrible.
It was crazy.
I'm having
dude.
nightmares thinking about it. This is insane.
It was nuts.
It was crazy.
I wanted the
Mahomes-
Chiefs.
I
wanted
don't
the
even need
Chiefs
to say
lose.
what he sacrificed to kill Dre Greenlaw on that field that night. You guys already
Yeah.
know. But
That was the first overtime game since the 28-3.
Yep.
And that game was so tight and so close.
the Niners made a stupid decision in overtime to
Right.
receive first. I mean,
That's right.
it's just the way. I mean, teams just make dumbass decisions against the Chiefs. It's very weird. It's truly so weird. I'd put this game in good though. I think it's a good Super Bowl out
Yeah.
of all these. Personally,
Oh, see,
I would-
I mean,
Why
a
I'd
Dre
probably
was
put it
overtime.
above
Touchdown in
that
that game.
one.
I'd put it in entertaining. I feel like a game that goes to overtime is it's not just good. It's not like it was 6-6. I just feel like
I'll
there
agree.
was
I'll agree
That's
with that.
fair.
I'll
Enough
agree
there.
with that. That's valid. And then obviously we have Chiefs Eagles Part 2. Patrick
Mhm.
Mahomes once again gets his little ass destroyed for 3 hours. It's glorious. Cooper DeJean picks 6. He throws a stupid goofy ass pass to Zach Bond for another interception in his own territory. He was generational ass in this game. And Jalen Hurts pooped on him. I mean, quite frankly, as did the Eagles defense.
As did
So,
Cooper DeJean. Pick 6 on his birthday, baby.
I can't quite say the game was boring because I was entertained the whole time.
Same.
I would put it in
Uh,
decent probably.
think I
For the
would too.
level of
Yeah.
happiness it gave me, I would put it in good for sure. for sure. But yeah, I think we could probably all agree it would go in between boring and decent probably.
Yeah,
Somewhere around
I would
there.
agree.
Those are our
Good
past
list.
10 Super Bowl rankings. We'll see. Is it going to be Patriots, Rams, Patriots, Seahawks, Broncos, Rams, Broncos, Seahawks? We'll see how we end up ranking this year's Super Bowl. I personally, here's a little dream scenario. Think of this.
Oh, boy.
Seahawks driving. Everyone close your eyes. Seahawks driving.
Leading us
I'm
in
not closing
prayer.
my eyes, you motherfucker. I'm not
Thank
closing
you.
my eyes.
Seahawks driving. Sam Darnold throws a deep ball down the right sideline. It is tipped up in the air by a Patriots cornerback. Bobbled. The Seahawks receiver catches it. It's Jake Bobo. He just brought them past the 50. Okay. He did that shit over Marcus Jones. Now, we
Are
go
you
a few
talking about
plays
your
later.
main curse right now? Is this
Now
is
we
this
go. Now, silence. This is my story time. You can tell one later. Now, a few plays go by. We've got about 30 seconds on the clock. They hand the ball up the left side of the field on a zone play. Guess what? Kenneth Walker tackled on the 1-yard line. Shoestring. By who? By who, you ask? Christian
Who?
Barmore. Now, big decision on the line here. Clint Kubiak. He's thinking in his bag, God, what happened here 11 years ago? Surely they won't expect a pass here because we did the pass last time. Why would we run it this time when they expect that? He throws it left side of the field this time, mind you, and boom, Marcus Jones, interception. The Patriots win the Super Bowl. That's my story.
an
Wow.
interception? Patriots have the
And we
ball
put that
back
shit
down
in best,
38
by
to
the way.
7.
We put that shit in best, by the way, right there.
And then
It's so beautiful.
and then to
I
add
can
on to
see
that,
it.
10 years later, Drake May's wife divorces him for her jujitsu instructor.
Yes, but Drake May retires with 7 rings. Who cares about family when you can find other rings on the field? You know what I'm saying?
True.
Aaron Rodgers has neither.
Tom Brady way.
So.
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers has a fake wife, and he does crack in the offseason. So you truly don't need
That's the
anything
dream.
outside of football. Regardless, though,
Let's
that's
get
our
into
Super
it.
Bowl rankings.
Let's get into it. Patriots, Broncos, Rams, Seahawks. I'm ready, boys. It is time to make our predictions. Now, there are 4 of us. There are 4 teams left. We might all have a different take on who's going to be making it to the Super Bowl. If anyone feels super strongly about starting for us, they can. We obviously know who Dom is going to take in the AFC and who Shmeek is going to take in the NFC. So it's really Lucas and I are going to have to make some tough decisions.
It's
some
literally you
tiebreaker
guys
choices.
for the entirety of this. Me and Shmeeks don't need to say anything because we all know what's going to happen. We all know that we're going to pick the goofy-ass Patriots and the goofy-ass Seahawks to be in the Super Bowl. It's up to you two to decide who goes, okay? Patriots, Broncos. We got Stidham, STD Ham, as I'm going to start calling him right this second. And we got the magician, Drake May. In the NFC, we got Sam Cuckold versus Stat Padford. Who wins? Okay, I'm going Patriots. Shmeeks is going Seahawks. We know that much. But I guess we can each make our picks for the other conference. So
I was going to say,
I'll go
yeah.
Seahawks probably, to be honest with you.
I'm also going
Okay.
Patriots, so yeah.
Okay, there we go. High five. That was beautiful.
So-
Nice job.
There we go.
Shmeeks.
Bam.
I'll
You
do a
left him
quick
hanging.
my
He
quick
did leave
30.
me hanging. He's a
You
bitch for
guys
that.
know me on the Seahawks. My quick 30 seconds on the Patriots is just that they keep winning and they're making it look easy. And I don't think it's flukish. I don't think it's that Chargers and CJ Stroud are just suddenly falling apart. I think there's an element to this defense that I was undervaluing coming into this and going up against a backup quarterback. I think the defense will do enough. And if Booty can hang one over Stingley, maybe he'll hang one over Surtain too. I don't know. So I'm going with the Patriots.
My favorite thing to see is Drake May shoving it in when Booty's wide open.
Good job.
Thank you.
He also gets
So
a
you're taking
lot
the
of
Seahawks.
pass interference penalties because you can't grab Booty mid play. It's illegal in the NFL.
No, you cannot. We need a wide receiver named Bussy on the other side. That would be fucking sick, truthfully.
My goodness. I will
We're
say
not that lucky.
having Woody and Chubb on the Texans got me a little bit fired up.
Yeah, I'm
That's-
hard
that-
right now thinking about it. Okay,
And on that
anyway,
note-
back to
Alright.
the podcast.
Yeah, so 2 of us are taking Patriots, 2 of us are taking Seahawks. Lucas, do you have any take that is different than that?
I think that Patriots Broncos is going to be a lot closer than we think. At least personally, I envision
Fuck you,
there's gonna
pussy. Schmeeks, why'd you say that?
it's gonna be a tough game for Drake. I mean, Drake's proven that he's a big game quarterback. Like he could step up and make throws when he needs to. And obviously Jared Stidham is who he is. Both great defenses. I think it's gonna
Oh,
be
damn.
low scoring that um people might write off the elevation factor, but when it's late in the season, like you got to travel from East Coast to Denver, that defense is going to be reeling. Um, it's gonna these players are going to be tired. Like that's just the long and short of it. Like Denver is a really tough place to play. Um, Patriots are like 5.5 point favorites, I think. I do think the Patriots are going to win, but I think the Broncos make it close. I would not be surprised if the Patriots win either on a touchdown at the end of the game or a field goal. Just that Broncos defense keeping them in the game. And yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it was like 17-10, 17-14, something like that.
It's a great take. I love it, and I completely agree with you. I'm taking the Broncos. I'm taking the Broncos. I'll say it again.
Bitch, dude.
Denver is winning, and I would take the Broncos with Bo Nix or not, just because of the home field advantage, because Drake May had a bunch of fumbles, because the Broncos defense forced 4 turnovers on Josh Allen, and because I think that Sean Payton is 10-2 with backup quarterbacks, and they're at home. And like Lucas was saying, the home field advantage, end of the season, it's cold, the elevation, and they just came off a huge, crazy win against arguably the best quarterback in the NFL. I think that the Broncos roll on that momentum, and if they can win on the line and run the ball, and Stidham can be safe, I think it's low scoring, and I think the Broncos will actually win this game. I would not be upset if the Patriots won. I like Drake May. I think it'd be fun to see Drake May in a Super Bowl. However, I don't know. I feel like Sean Payton just has a crazy power, and I think that defense is really.
It's called a fucking Bounty Gate. Is his power?
Yeah, and I hate him for it, but I think the Broncos win. I can't believe the Patriots are 5.5-point favorites. That's. I mean, I know quarterbacks mean a lot here, but we have seen.
Great point.
We've seen Philly bring in a backup quarterback and sling the rock and beat the Patriots. Why can't Denver do it again? PTSD hit you right there, Dom. Philly, Nick Foles, touchdown after touchdown after touchdown after touchdown after touchdown.
Nick Foles was actually a good QB before that happened.
Well, we'll see if Stidham's got what it takes. I think he does. I'm believing in Broncos. I picked the Broncos to beat the Bills.
You did not watch him play on the Patriots. He was poop from my actual
You're going to watch him beat your team, baby.
Well,
I probably felt
something with Stidham too. I don't know if this makes a difference, but I am interested in Sean Payton's confidence with Stidham. This probably means nothing. Stidham was drafted by the Patriots. McDonald's your offensive coordinator, right? I always get confused. There's so many mix.
Well, actually, yeah, McDonald's our offensive coordinator, and actually,
right.
Old McDonald used to have a farm.
Oh, thank you for that. McDonald, when he took the Raiders job, he brought Stidham with him. So McDonald and Stidham are very familiar with each other. I'm curious to see if Stidham has weaknesses. The Patriots, I think, will know about it.
Oh, okay.
They're going to bring his wife out on the field and threaten her halftime.
McDonald would be the one. I have your son.
That would be so fucking. I could see if Bill was still the coach, I could see it happening for sure, quite easily.
Okay.
You don't think Braves about that?
Not as much. He would like send a text message of like a picture of her or something in like a closet. That's what he'd send. Okay. What the fuck are we talking about? Seahawks Rams.
Yes.
The
Seahawks,
Patriots
Rams.
move on. The Patriots move on. Much to the sadness of Carter.
There is a stat that we need to talk about for this. all-time regular season and playoffs, Seahawks against the Rams. All-time Seahawks 29 wins, Rams 28. Seahawks 1,223 points, Rams 1,222. They are almost the exact same this season, almost the same exact thing. They've both won a game. In those two games, the Seahawks have scored 58 points, the Rams have scored 57. The yards gained by the Seahawks, 830, Rams 829. They're basically eye to eye. I think that the Seahawks defense is so good and the Seahawks should win this game. But for whatever reason, I'm just nervous that Sam Darnold's just going to make one bad throw or bad decision, and it's going to cost him the game. I'm going Rams. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm picking against both your teams. I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong.
Not us.
Do you know how good it'd be for the pod if we had a Patriots-Seahawks Super Bowl our first year doing this? That'd be amazing. But because I want to be devil's advocate and because I want to piss you guys off, especially Dom, I'm going Rams and I'm going Broncos.
What a little pussy.
So I'm going to let someone else go, and then I'm going to come for Carter's throat.
You're going to what in his throat?
Down
you know
my
what?
throat?
I'm going to just go. I like those stats. I've seen those. What people don't talk about is I think a lot of people say, yeah, these teams are so close, but Sam Darnold's not Matthew Stafford. I get that. The stat that doesn't get brought up when we're talking about these two matchups is the Seahawks went 1-1. Darnold went 2-6, touchdown to interceptions. The game they lost by 1 point with Darnold throwing 4 interceptions. I think the close games we've had close games because Darnold has made mistakes and the team has overcame them. To me, the more likely scenario is that if Darnold plays mistake-free, this is a homer take, this is bold, the Seahawks run him over. Especially the way that the Rams have been playing. They did not look offensively that great against the Bears. I credit to the Bears defense, but the Rams struggled to end this year. They lost to Carolina. They lost to Atlanta. Teams ran the football on them. Offensively were not quite having the same zip as they were early season. So I think if the Seahawks, hopefully if there's any tendencies that were leading to the downfall of their offensive performance, I think the Seahawks probably picked up on it. And if their run game is degrading, that's what the Seahawks want to do. So that's, I think this is my hot take is I think the Seahawks not only will win, I think this could be another kind of runaway game for the Seahawks.
It would be pretty amazing to see in one season that you, in the playoffs, take down your division rival and the very next game, take down your other division rival. Because you don't have a division rival in the Cardinals, obviously. And you have two amazing coaches in the NFL in Sean McVay and Kyle Shanahan to see you guys build this insane defense and have this coach who's only been there for 2 years to come in and win your division, win the NFC, and then prove your worth and beat the teams in your division and the better teams in the NFC again in the same year would be pretty amazing. I think if I was you, I'd be hyped. I mean, I would be so stoked to just shit on the Lions, Bears, and Packers all season and then do it again in the playoffs to get to the Super Bowl. That would be the best feeling in the world as a Vikings fan. So to do it as a Seahawks fan would probably be absolute elation. But we'll see.
Football.
All right. Well, this, for me, was probably the hardest game of the entire playoffs to pick. Seattle 2.5-point favorites. Pretty much a pick 'em at this point. Like, in terms of, I'm just looking at the bets. Like, it's 50-50 Rams Seahawks right now. And I feel like the Rams are like I don't want to say trendy pick, but it's like that's the more known commodity is the Rams in that offense. And the averaging 30 points a game, absolutely running over teams. But you're right, they ran into not some good teams. You'd think they would just run over. A lot of running analogies for some reason, and they struggled against teams like the Falcons and the Panthers, and then more recently the Bears. And as much as I instinctually I want to pick the Rams just because I like the core that they have in there, and the Seahawks, like I I don't want to just be like, I don't trust Sam Darnold, but it's just like a lot of those guys haven't been there before. A lot of the Rams guys have been there before. And so this one is really tough, but then I look at the stats, look at the more internal stats. I was like, after watching the Rams Bears game, like, damn, that Rams pass rush is legit. Rushing the passer, even though they didn't get a sack, but they were always in Caleb's face and also stopping the run. The Bears were an elite level rushing offense this season. They were able to stymie that for the most part. And so I was leaning Rams earlier today, but then I looked up on Sumer Sports, and in terms of offensive line stats for the Seahawks, I had no idea, but they're in sacks allowed, 5th best in the NFL. They're keeping Darnold off the ground, and we all everyone's waiting for the game Darnold turns into a pumpkin and throws a bunch of interceptions again.
You're the one that brought up Darnold not trusting. I picked the Seahawks. Thank you very much.
But the Seahawks have allowed the 4th least pressures in the entire NFL, which is why Sam Darnold, I don't think, has had that. I mean, you had that 4 interception game. You haven't had the game where his season just fell apart. I think it's because of that offensive line, which was a big question mark coming into the season. So I am going to pick the Seahawks. I wanted to pick the Rams, but there's just too much, the defense. If the Bears defense could do what they did against the Rams, Seahawks defense could do that and a lot more. And the Rams are coming off of a cold weather game. They had to travel to Chicago, play in awful weather in a grinded out game. I just don't think they have enough in the tank to beat the Seahawks, who barely had to play last week.
Valid. Well,
super valid.
All those stats you said reminded me, I saw something, I haven't validated this, that this is the highest ranked DVOA matchup, I think, in the history of NFC championships. These teams both have top 5 offenses and defenses. It's going to be a thumping game. Both these guys got bruisers on both sides of the ball.
Weather's not expected to be a factor, though. High of 44, low of 32, partly cloudy, so shouldn't be insane weather in Seattle. I mean, it was crazy cold in Chicago. It's not going to be that way in Seattle, so Matt Stafford might be able to sling the rock. Devontae's healthy.
That means we move on to Super Bowl 60. We have Patriots Seahawks.
Yes.
I don't think any of us would have really expected this before the season began, to be honest with you.
I'm taking Seattle.
No.
I'm taking Seattle.
All right.
Not because of you, Dom, just because I think that.
No, for sure.
If they beat the Rams, if they beat at this point, it's like no one's stopping them.
I'm going to say the biased one. I'm taking Seattle too, but I will say earlier this year, I very, very cocky. I said Seattle beats them 38-13. When I was saying I was shocked how well your receivers were hanging onto the ball, Drake May was throwing it into tight spots and the receivers were holding on. And that does not look like, there were some plays there that I just don't understand how you defend. And they did that to a very difficult Houston defense. Your defense has been playing well. I'm going Seahawks, but I'm not as confident as I was before I watched you take apart the Texans at all. You guys really did some stuff there that made me think you are championship caliber and can win this Super Bowl. I still am going Seahawks just because I'm a Seahawks fan, but
I'm going to go Patriots 24-21. That's my pick. I don't think it'd be a super high scoring game, but I don't think it would be super low scoring either. I think it would be a really entertaining game. And I feel like at the end of the game, Drake May can drive downfield, get them into field goal range, and they win it. That is my prediction. Obviously, I got to go with my team here against all odds. Again, throughout the whole season, you guys have heard me. I so many games I was like, I don't think so. I don't think we're going to win this. And then they ended up winning it. I'm going to believe in my team. Patriots 24-21. That's my pick. And now it's Lucas. And now it's the fuck ass end.
Yep.
He's got to immediately pick a side between them.
I think if you asked me 2 weeks ago, I would have gone one way, but now after seeing the last 2 weeks, I'm gonna go a different way, and that is the Seahawks' ability to run the ball has changed in a way that I didn't think would. I always kinda thought Kenneth Walker was pretty good, but the way he looked, um, last game was just ridiculous. I mean, some of it was garbage time, but he looked like that offensive line was moving people against a beat up defensive line, but still a formidable defensive line. Like that defensive line held the Bears in check and they were forced to pass against that 49ers team. Um, so I like 2 weeks ago, I was all on the Patriots. I thought they could really make a run. But I think the difference in the trenches just slightly edges to the Seahawks. I think the Patriots defensive line or offensive line is solid, but from watching games with Dom, talking to Dom, and watching the Patriots play, just seems like a little bit of a question mark, and Drake May has bailed them out a lot. So I don't know how much he's going to be able to bail them out against a secondary that's as electric as the Seahawks. So I'd go Seahawks thin margin. I think it comes down to a big defensive play by the Seahawks that finally is the straw that breaks the camel's back for the Patriots, unfortunately.
We'll see who's on the right side of history in 3 weeks, won't we?
Tom's got the face of Jalen Hurts before that Super Bowl when everyone picked the Chiefs, and Jalen Hurts is walking by like, and then they just shit on the Chiefs.
That's what I feel like right now. I think a big thing for this game will be Milton Williams. He's finally back and healthy. I think Milton Williams was the biggest pickup of free agency this past year, other than quarterbacks, of course, because nothing's going to top QBs. I think he's huge for this defense. We got Christian Gonzalez in his prime. I'm very excited to see how this plays out, if this is indeed how the Super Bowl ends up panning out. Yeah.
Great take, Lucas, though. Great take.
Thanks.
Yeah.
It was all right.
And I appreciate the Ken Walker shout out.
I mean, it could be better if he picked the other team.
I'm going to say something, a hot take before I end this up too. I think Ken Walker has the upside of Saquon. His speed and size is insane.
It is.
I don't know about Saquon upside.
So when he's running aggressively and making good decisions, he looks like he's a freaking pain to put to the dirt. But that's my one.
He makes me think of like kind of a little bit shorter, not a little bit short, but a shorter Adrian Peterson, where I feel like he is strong and he can run through you, but he can also give you a nasty stiff arm, and every now and then he'll just juke the shit out of you. But he doesn't always make very good decisions. So I believe in K9. I think he's a freak, actually.
We're comparing Kenneth Walker to Saquon Barkley and Adrian fucking Peterson right now.
I'm just
I'd
saying,
say
I
if you
see
looked
some
at their
similarities.
combine scores, you'd be shocked. He is so strong and fast.
Their combine scores can be really good.
We're gonna make Dom explode if we
their combine scores can be good. There's quarterbacks who have similar combine scores. I mean, we got to be for real here for a little bit. I mean, good God.
You know
I think Darnold has the upside.
If Kenneth Walker rushes for 2,000 yards in a season, then I will take back everything I've said.
Well, if Charbonnet wasn't there, he probably would. If they gave him the ball 25 times a game, I think K9 could actually maybe do that. But Charbonnet is good and takes a lot of carries.
I'm not talking.
yeah.
I'm not talking 2,000. I'm not talking 2,000-yard season. I'm saying maybe this will be more digestible. I'm saying I think that he has the capability to do a playoff Lenny performance. Leonard Fournette on the Bucs when he came out and was just abusing.
That's more legit. Carter's saying he's like Adrian Peterson is outlandish.
Well,
outlandish.
And when I say upside of Saquon, I just mean he can catch it, and he did it to the Rams in the second game. He took it 60 yards to the house. He's a threat to break a tackle and take it 60 yards.
I'm not saying he's not a beast. I was just saying the comparisons were a little insane, considering we've seen how unbelievable. I mean, Saquon last year had one of the greatest seasons in the history of the sport by a running back. And obviously, Adrian Peterson did the same and won the MVP. about what 13 years ago. Like, I don't know. I just thought it was a little
That's when you meant to do
outlandish.
it.
Not by you. Carter's
it's
the one
fair.
in hot water
It's
at this
fair.
Oh,
point.
I'll take it. I don't care. I don't give a shit. I believe in
I
K9.
can tell. I can tell. Oh God.
Lucas, thanks for being a great intern. You started off well.
Thank you. I appreciate that. It's been a blast. It's been an absolute blast.
Intern.
The episode 28 of the Chain Crew, it has come to a conclusion.
Let me quit sharing my screen. There we go.
It's been fun. It's been a crazy year. We're almost there. Yes.
It has been.
We love you all. I love each of you. And I'm so glad we get to do this. It's a gift. It's a joy. It's fun.
Lucas
And with that,
and Dom, do you want to simultaneously sign us out? Someone has to make the first move.
there was such a dramatic pause. Are they speaking to each other right now? They're like, okay, say this. Okay, yeah, I'll say that. Okay.
Dom's trying to like mentally communicate. You know what, Carter? How about you and I simultaneously sign each other out on 3, 2, 1. Yoinksty yoink. Okay.
Love you.
When you don't say anything, it's okay. There we go. He needs to learn how to count down. Bye, everybody.